This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Is my voice audible? Yeah. Sorry, I was speaking
Yes,
on mute.
yes,
Yeah. Sorry, I was
yes.
speaking on mute. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. So maybe we have a newcomer. So Abhi, I welcome you for our session. So a short ping on, like, say, like whether your automation or manual and your experience would be helpful for me. So just type it when you're free. So no issues. So let's start our session for today. Actually. Okay. So I hope you can see my. So if you're not able to see my screen, just do let me know. Yeah, thank you. So yesterday we saw about our introductory session or the demo session, I would say, like what we are going to do and what and all the Cypress is capable of doing, and we saw a slight glimpse of the code and how the Cypress is looking like and stuff. So before we jump deep dive into the Cypress, so we need to have some understanding of our programming language that our Cypress is dealing with. So to make it much more familiar with that, like we have something called your JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript, like say like say your Cypress is built on top of your JavaScript. So that is the reason we need to know about like what is a JavaScript and stuff. So when you try to attend your interviews or something, right? The first question will be like say how well are you with your JavaScript. So obviously there will be some programming questions as well will be discussed. So it will be much useful for you. So and whoever like say is starting or something like that, so they also need some type of programming language. So whether it's a new starter or you already know some programming language, you can compare it and learn, so it will be an easier one. But JavaScript is like much more not of a programming languages, it's more of a scripting language. So just I would like to get an idea like what programming languages you were into it previously. Just you can ping it in the chat. So a quick 10 seconds or something. So Java. Okay. Okay, so mostly you people are into Java. Yeah, that's then you will get a lot of doubts actually why this feature is not available, because most of the, even though people say like JavaScript is a programming language, so it's more of a scripting language. So not all features available in Java is available here. So yeah, so I would recommend you stop to compare with Java, because JavaScript is more of a different type of scripting language. Okay, so just keep yourself blank while thinking about JavaScript or practicing about JavaScript, because it's a different language when compared to Java. Sometimes I may compare it with Java just to make you understand. Nothing much towards it. Yeah, just give me a moment. Yep, sorry about it. Had a sip of water. Okay, so let's start it out. What is JavaScript is about? So we are going to start it from the scratch. So it will be helpful for you. So anyone have used JavaScript before by any chance? Okay, so I don't see an entry, so no problem. So then this is for you actually. So what is JavaScript? So JavaScript is an object based scripting language, so which is lightweight and cross platform. So JavaScript translator is responsible for translating the JavaScript code for web browser. So mostly it's a browser based language. So anything like you see it in a browser, so basically JavaScript will be using it. Okay, so basically that language JavaScript came into picture when you want to enrich the UI. So that's wherein it came into picture. So it is still existing on that path, but we as an automation tester, so we have it over here. Okay, so it is something like say we use a portion of it, but when you come to the Cypress part, you'll see less than 10 percentage will be used in your Cypress, because Cypress already has a wrapper on top of it which covers the JavaScript. So it is something like we need to use more of the conceptual of JavaScript inside a Cypress than directly the Cypress itself. Sorry, directly the JavaScript itself. So that will be the usage perspective of it. Okay. So let's see some of the few things and then let's see some coding part of it. Okay. So today we'll see start off with the coding part of it, and JavaScript is like say it's a lightweight and cross platform. So cross platform in the sense like say you don't need to have any type of IDE or installation required to run your JavaScript. So what I would say it is like, let me open a new Chrome actually, or not a Chrome, maybe new tab actually. So over here, if you right click and go to your inspect, okay, over here, so you can see a console button available or a console tab available. Just click on the console tab, and then like say we can type in anything over here. So in your JavaScript, we don't have uh, data specific methods. So usually we give it as a var. As a starting point, you can have a is equal to 1, and then where b is equal to 1, and then let's have it something like say where result is equal to a plus b. And then if you want to try to print it out, you already have a console dot log. Okay, and then you can have it as a result, SULT. So if you click on enter, you can see the values getting available. So just an explanation, you can also try this from your end. Just open a browser, go to your console and use it up. Okay, so we have a question. What is the difference between JavaScript and TypeScript? So both are different programming language or the scripting language, I would tell, but the syntax is different, but the concept is going to be the same. So that's all the difference is about. So if you're, I'm pretty much confident, like if you learn JavaScript, TypeScript is going to be just few syntaxes difference. That's it. So nothing much towards it. Okay. So both are like say scripting language, and both are used for your development perspective. And even Cypress also you can see like few people use TypeScript as well. I've seen it in one of the support items actually. So I'm not very well aware of TypeScript, but I know how the difference goes about between JavaScript and TypeScript, because JavaScript doesn't have colon to represent a variable, but whereas the TypeScript has a colon to represent it. So that's one of the differences. But if you learn JavaScript, TypeScript should be easy. But if you already know TypeScript, then JavaScript should be easier one. Yeah. So it's like that. So both are like say not a huge difference, I would say. It's like only a negligible difference. Okay, so I think Abhi that answers your question. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But for TypeScript, I don't see, like, say, inside a browser also. I think you can do it up the same way we did it now inside a console, but there is a plugin available in Visual Studio Code where you can make use of the TypeScript as well. But yeah, let me quickly check it. Yes, okay, just a minute. Okay, we can take all questions at the end. Yeah, that would be better. So maybe you can post your questions, yeah, in the chat or in the WhatsApp chat. Maybe at the end we can just have an answer. Yeah, so that should be fine. But yeah, so if you see this var of a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2, so this is a simple one. So how to delete the same in TypeScript? Just a simple example, I can show it to you to show the difference. Like you can give, like, say, var maybe num1, sorry, num1 colon number is equal to 1. The same thing I'm typing it. Okay, and let me copy this as well over here, and let me put it as number 2 and number 1, same thing, and let me have it as a var of result. So this is in TypeScript, I would say, colon number equal to num1 plus num2. Okay, and then I can have it like, say, oh, sorry, this is the problem. Console.log, I can use it. Just an example to show you how it works. Result. Okay. Yeah, yeah, number. Something like this it comes. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Okay, I can show it in the Visual Studio Code. Here it's not working fine. Okay, but this is how it works. Okay. So you just need to represent as num as a variable colon what type it is, number, and then it goes about. Okay, I hope this clears. So you can see, like, there is not big difference, I would say. It's mostly negligible. Yeah. Okay, so let's check the other part of it, and let's go to this one. So if you want to you want to execute it, just go to your console. So how did I go to my console? Just right click on the page and inspect it, and you get that one as a console over here at the tab. Just click on the tab, just start typing. So this is how JavaScript works. Okay, so that means, like, say, as you saw now, it doesn't require any installation separately. How I do it for my Java, so nothing is required, just a browser is required and it works. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, and it's used for your modern web application as well. Okay, the traditional website uses JS to provide several forms of interactivity and simplicity. And what are the features of JavaScript? Actually, all popular web browsers support JavaScript as they provide built-in execution environments. JavaScript follows the syntax and structure of C programming, thus it is a structured programming language. Okay, not like an OOP language, I would say. And JavaScript is weakly typed, so that's a contradictory one. and implicitly cast. So JavaScript is an object-oriented scripting language that uses prototypes rather than using class for inheritance. It is a lightweight and interpreted language. It is case sensitive. So JavaScript is supportable in several operating systems. Okay, and most probably this one I wanted to insist, it's like case sensitive. Okay, so there is a difference between number with capital N and number with small n. Okay, and the usage is like, say, the first thing that we saw now. This is a perfect usage actually, I would tell. Yeah. Oh, it's in the next time. Yeah, this is the perfect usage. So you don't need to have an IDE. But again, if you want to make it more comfortable for you, so if you are a person who wants an IDE for execution and all those things, right? So then what you can do it is like you can go to your google.com, download Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this for both Mac and Windows it's available. Go to your downloads. Okay, yeah, I think they changed something. Yeah, so depending upon your mission, right? Like you have a Windows mission, you download this one. If you have an Apple or a Mac, right? So depending upon which chipset you hold, just make sure you know the chipset. So I hope like if anyone is using a Mac by any chance, I hope you know how to see your chipset, whether it's a Intel or an Silicon. So just you need to click on Apple about Mac and you get it over here, chip. Okay, so that is for you whoever holds a Mac. Yeah, so just you can try to click on download and it works. And once you have your Visual Studio Code, so what you need to do about first thing is like, say you don't want to use your Eclipse, sorry, you don't want to use your Chrome to run your scripts. Then if you open your Eclipse, right, you can see over here there will be something called extensions available. Click on it. Okay, and what you can do over here is like search for something called your code runner over here. I use this one because if I use this one, I don't need any of my external ways in which I need to run my JavaScript. For simple execution, I can just open my Visual Studio Code, I can run it up. You can see it's provides the support for all these things. Okay, and JS is represents your JavaScript. So once you download this one, you'll have this button enabled with you. I hope you can see my mouse moving over here. Okay, so any doubt here so far? Okay, fine. Simple as it is. Okay. Yeah. So you want to like you don't want to use your browsers in order to search for the items. Like say you don't want to code it like that. You want a specific IDE. Then the suggested IDE would be Visual Studio Code. So just go to google.com, Visual Studio Code, just type in and click download. So you get a download link available over here. So maybe I can ping you this one. So just really quick. Okay, so let me ping it in the chat as well. Yeah, so just you can download it depending upon the version. So if you're using a Mac version, just do check your chipset. So by going to this Apple symbol about Mac and then you have the chipset because there is a difference Intel and Apple Silicon. So at least for Windows now the 32-bit is no longer available, so it's pretty safe. But for Apple still there is a Intel and Apple Silicon. So make sure you have the right one actually. And once you download it up, you can go to your Visual Studio Code and at the corner over here there is an extension, or you can go to file, somewhere it should be available over here, extension, so it is available here as well. But yeah, you can search for it actually, extension, settings and extension, it's available over here. Yeah, file, sorry, code, settings, extensions. So if you couldn't find it at the corner, just you can use it over here as an extension. Yeah. And then just type in code runner. So this option will be available. So you can install it. So for me, I've already installed. If not, you will get like this install. Okay. So just use that to install it, and just restart your Visual Studio Code runner, Visual Studio Code once, and you will get this play button. So why this play button? I see very easier one is like say, so to start it off, so let me go to documents and let me create a folder for our project actually. So let me have it as a Cypress automation demo repo. Let me see what is there in it. Okay. Oh, it's a Cypress assignment too. Okay. Let me see the JavaScript open. So let me create over here rough folder, something like this. And go to your Visual Studio Code, open folder. So let me search for JavaScript, rough folder, open it. That's it. So how to create a file? So either you can create a new file over here or just click it over here. Your new file will be available. Do a Control S, save it. So while saving it, let's have it like say test file.js. Any name you can give, but make sure you have the extension as .js and do a save. And here, whatever the logics that we have given over here, I think it's gone. Yeah, you can give it over here, like say where a is equal to 1, where b is equal to 2, so where result is equal to a plus b. Okay, then console.log of result. So if I want to run this code, nothing much, just type it, make sure you have the JS extension and click on it, you get your output. Simple as it is. This is how it works. So this is a easier way I would prefer actually than going to your Google Chrome and then going to the console. But again, ultimately the option depends on you how you want to run it up. Okay, so Jaren, I couldn't find the extension. So go to code actually. You have settings by any chance? You have Windows or a Mac? What it is?
Yeah, I found it. What about the next step? After finding it, I have installed the run code runner as well. What I need to do
That's it.
next, if you can go a
Just
bit slowly, that'll be great, for the initial stage. Then we can follow.
okay, 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 okay. Okay, sure, 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 sure. I didn't know like you were working along with me. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. So usually like just restart your Visual Studio Code. Okay. So just restart your Visual Studio Code like how I do it same way. And then create a folder in a specific path actually. So I created my folder under my JavaScript folder because
Mhm.
everything needs to be consolidated in a place. So and then go to file, open folder, and go to the place where you have it. Just click open, and maybe for you didn't create a file, so it would be empty. So let me delete it. Yeah, for me it's empty, so it looks like this. Just double click over here, you'll get untitled -1. So and then do a Control S, save it to the folder where you are into, navigate it if you are somewhere out. So just navigate it over there and just make sure you have a file name, file test, and then the extension .js, and then click on a save. That's it. So you need to have the extension .js, and then you can start to code around. Yeah. Okay. Like say for example, where of a. is equal to 1, and providing a semicolon, it's up to you, but it's not mandatory. Okay, for JavaScript it's not a mandatory. Okay, so and then you can have it something like where of b is equal to 2 and where of result is equal to a plus b. Okay, so then I can have like say console dot log of result. Then I can just run it up. You get your outputs. Okay, so does it make sense? So any doubt so far till now?
Hi, sir, Pratyusha here.
Yes, please.
When I try to run the code, it is showing me an error. Node
Okay.
is not recognized as an internal or external command.
Mm, how do you run it? You don't need to run it via node. Are you mentioning it as a node space the JS file name?
No, can I share my screen?
Can we post it at the end of the session maybe? Is it fine?
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, if you see here in your screen, it is showing running. After running, there is node space your file thing, right?
Mm, yeah.
For me, it is showing node file name, and below that, node is not recognized as a command.
Mhm. Okay. So by any did you install Node.js?
No, I didn't. I already have Visual Studio on my Windows laptop. I just
Hmm.
used it and installed the extension which you showed previously by typing code runner. That's
Okay.
all. And I created a
j-
folder and a file.
Okay, fine then. I think like this code runner requires a node actually. So that's the reason you have that error. So what you can do it is like you can go to this Node.js. So this would be a prerequisite for Cypress, but code runner requires it, I guess. So what you can do, you can go over here, go to the Windows installer. So you have a Windows or a Mac? Which one you have it?
Windows.
Okay. So just go for 32 or 64 bit depending upon your machine. Just try to download it and just run through it and then try running it up. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Because internally the code runner uses your node in order to compile and run it. So that's the reason. Okay. So actually the next topic was that one actually.
Okay.
So here if you see it, I have it as a .js file. So if you want to run it with this Visual Studio Code, then it's still fine. But some people, what they do it is like say they put all the code in a .js file, save it somewhere, and then through the terminal or your command line, they used to run it up. So that's wherein we require your Node.js, this particular item. Okay. So what happens? This is our next topic actually. So how to run the code actually in that particular section. This is the next one. So where you need to first initially have your Node.js. So let me ping you this item as well in WhatsApp so that if you have opened like me inside laptop, just you can directly click it up and you need to install this one. Okay, so it's a simple installation. Nothing big is required actually. So you need to just click next. So once you download this one, just click next, and it should work. And once you go install it up, you can go to your, if you are holding a Mac, you can go to your terminal or you can go to your command prompt and just type node space, I hope node space double hyphen version. Then it will give you the version. Okay. So if this
Can
version
you
is
please
recognized,
use this command on WhatsApp group?
sorry.
Can you please paste this command also?
Okay, I pasted in the wrong WhatsApp group. Okay, it's the right one, 20th February, right? You are in this WhatsApp group?
Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah, it's already there.
I'm
Yeah.
saying the command which you are giving in the command
Ah,
line.
okay.
No.
The command. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you'll get this one. So once you get this one right, this is the second way to run it from a file. So you just need to give node and then the path where you have kept your file. So let me get that particular path. Okay, so now you can see I got my output. This is how it works. The second way. Okay, but for this you need to have your node. Okay, so any change if I make it over here, like say for example, so I give it like say this is my result. Save it. Just give an up command, enter it. This is my result. You get it. So this is the second way of usage. But this happens only with your node. So you need to install your node. So just I'm reiterating how to install it. So just go to your downloads, pick which OS you have it up. So you have a Windows, so 32 or 64 bit, just download it or depending upon your machine. So mostly nowadays 64 bit comes in. So just download the 64 bit and just try to run it up. Okay. So any doubts here so far till now in the two methods, how we are going to run it up? Okay. So I don't see any questions. So I think like everyone is clear on this part, like say how to run it from Visual Studio Code, from from a Chrome, and also from your Node.js. So Node.js is again that's underlying part. So we'll come to it, like what Node.js is about at later point when we cover the Cypress part. I think now this should be fine. Okay. So any doubts here so far? Okay. So let's continue on this one actually. So now we have did this one. So now let's try to construct it via, let's go back to the slide over here. Now let's try to construct it via the script tags. Okay, and also let's see about the alert pop-up. Okay, so let's see about how this is being constructed. So whenever you want to write a JavaScript, so this is the third method how you can do it about in a JavaScript, how you can write it. So this is widely practiced by your developers actually. So whoever is like a web developer or something like that, they usually have this particular item. So your JavaScript can exist inside the two tags. One is your script tag or within your head tag. Okay, that means it needs to have a script tag which can be available within your head or your body tag. So I hope you all are aware about like say HTML syntax, right? So that means like let me save this as a new file, HTML demo dot HTML. Okay, so you can have it as your head. Okay, and then also you can have it as your body. Okay, inside this you can have it as your script tag. Okay, so inside the script tag you need to have a particular syntax actually. So let me pick it from my old file. Okay, not this one, sorry, it's a quite big one. Let's go with a small and simple one first. So you can have your script tag something like this. Okay, so you can ignore this src over here, and then you can have something like, say, some text over here. For example, let me put the same example. So where of a is equal to 1, and then where of b is equal to 1, sorry, 2. So where of result is equal to a plus b. So now if I want to get this as an output, so what will I do? It is like, say, I'll have something as an alert, and then let me give it as a pop-up over here. The arithmetic operation, comma, plus of result. Okay, so don't give a plus over here, comma of result. So what I will do over here is like, let me save this, go to the specific file over here. Where is the rough folder? Yeah. So over here, let me open this in a Chrome or your Firefox, anything, since it's platform dependent, anything. So you can see the result of arithmetic operation. But why it doesn't come? So let me give it as a plus, append it. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to refresh it, you get your operation. This is how it works. So this is the third and the last way, which I use it as a least one. Okay. So these are the three different ways by which you can implement your JavaScript. Okay. So again, like, say, if we are implemented the logic over here, but again, if you want to use this external file inside over here, then that is also feasible. So how it's feasible is like, let me take one simple demo. Okay, just you need to mention this like this. Okay, so for example, let me take this one out. So text TypeScript and src. Okay, what I'll do, let me copy this one, make some modifications. So let me save it over here, html demo demo1.html, save it, paste it. So over here, what I can do it is like, say, file test.js. Okay, if I want to do an action and invoke this property, right, I can still do it over here. But how do I do it? So okay, so this one, no, let's comment this out for now. Yeah, so I can call this file over here. So what I will do it is like, I'll go to my demo.1, right click, open with Chrome. Okay, yeah, doesn't work. So in that case, what happens is like, this file, I need to, the method inside in it, that means the logic inside in it, I need to put it as a method, as a function. Okay, the next complex one. So how does it work is like, say, I need to have it as a function, provide a name for it. Function is a keyword in JavaScript. Okay, and then provide a name, like, say, I'll give it like, say, arithmetic operation, and then open close, and then I give it like this over here. Okay, so this how. So this method, I will try to write a button over here. Okay, input of type button, and the value I can make it as a click, and I can mention the method name here. Simple. Now if I go and refresh this one, you can see the button available. I click it. Okay, so it doesn't work. What happened? Just just a minute. Okay, I didn't give an alert. Okay, you saw the error, right? I didn't give an alert because console.log works only for your uh, what is it? Your code runner and your Chrome. But when it comes to web, we need to have an alert. So just I'll blindly copy this one. That's it. Should work fine. Save it. Don't do anything. Just go refresh it. That's it. Click over here. You get your result. That's it. So this is the reason like JavaScript, they tell it like it's a very easy, lightweight, and no dependencies are required. Okay, so these are the three different approaches how you can utilize your JavaScript in order to run your own codes. Okay. Which code you mean? Can you elaborate it? Like which is the code? You mean the HTML code? May I know which code is it, Abhi? Like logic you were doing now. Okay. So this is the one. Okay. So let's. Okay. So what I did is like say I created a function in your JavaScript. So how you create a methods, right? Inside your other programming languages. Here we call it in JavaScript as a function. So to represent it, we have the keyword called function, name of the method, open close bracket, and open close curly braces, where you have the logic, whereof A, B, and then the result. And if you are going to run it inside your web application, that means your Chrome or Firefox, you need to have an alert. But for other items, just console.log should be fine. So that was our initial error when we tried to do it up. Okay. So here the coding part involves like say, so this is fine, right? How it works. So I put an alert since I'm going to use it inside a Chrome or Firefox as a browser. So that is fine, right? Now coming to the part wherein like say this particular item, I maintain the script inside your header. Even I can shift it to body, so that doesn't matter actually. I can cut it and put it inside a body, that doesn't matter. Okay, so I didn't copy this one. Relax. Okay, so the thing is like the script tag can be either inside a head or a body anywhere. So over here I kept it here, and then what happens is like say we have this over here as an input. So inside the input, like say we have the type as a button and the value as click here. So this can be anything actually, because sorry, the type should be a button because we are using a button over here, right? It's just a small HTML code, and the value should be click here. That means whatever the name you give over here, like say press or something. Click OK. Now just refresh it. You can see the press has come over here. And on click is nothing but it's an event, or it's like a triggered from JavaScript. And if I click on it, what should happen basically? So if I click on it, I'm giving you the pop-up. So this pop-up, where can I take it from, or what logic it needs to take it from? So that's where this source file test, inside this file test, we mentioned arithmetic operation. Yes, what is the use of alert keyword? So in a web application, as you saw it now, console.log doesn't work. It will work, but where it will work is like say, let me rephrase it again. I'll comment this one and I go to the console.log and comment it, and Let me click OK, refresh it. So if I press this one, nothing happens, right? You don't get a pop-up. Then where does that console.log go in? So if you go to your developer tool, like say click on this three button, more tools, developer tool. Okay. So let me reiterate it, more tool, developer tool. So inside the console, you can identify it. Got it right? But in order to project it on the front end application, you need to have an alert. I can have both together, so that won't be an issue. So save it, just refresh it. You can see it's gone, but when I press it, you get the pop-up, you get the console.log as well. Yeah. Oh,
Hello, sir. Pratisha here again.
yes.
If you don't mind, can you please go a bit slow? There might be some
Okay.
people who understand scripting languages, but I am
Okay, sure, sure,
completely new to scripting language. Please go from scratch and a bit slow.
Huh?
sure. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, fine, fine.
When I would suggest the same thing, if you can go a bit slow, that'd be great. And also, like, if you could
Mhm.
explain all the keyword, what the keyword does, that would be great as well. Then we can
Uh,
easily understand.
Sure, 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 sure. Yeah, we'll go a little slower. Yeah, yeah. Fine, fine. No problem. Okay, so is my voice breaking out in between for anyone else as well?
Not for
Okay,
me.
okay. Maybe Jagan, can you try to rejoin? Maybe it might be an internet issue as well. Yeah. Okay, so fine. Yeah, thank you. So let's see one more example as well. So this we saw it as a function actually. So and this is a var. Okay, so this we don't require it now. Yeah. So these are the three files that we are dealing with. Okay. So I can share you all these three files actually. So just you can just give it a try. So or you can create it from scratch as well. So that will be really appreciated. So that you'll have some scripting depth as well. You'll get some more doubts. So over here, like say, just to reiterate, it's a small HTML script. So always HTML starts with HTML and closing HTML and head and slash head and the body slash body. So everything will have the respective items. And your script can exist either inside a head or inside a body. Simple as it is. Okay. That means I need to put this code either inside a head part, okay, before it closes or inside the body part. And to check whether this is working fine or not, so this p tag and all not required for now. Yeah. So we have a form. So I have an input. Uh, yeah, and the input type is a button. Okay, and the value is like something like say that is visible over here. And on click in the sense that's an event. That means if I want to click on this press button, what happens? Okay, or what should it do? Okay, so that's where this event, these are inbuilt functions. All light blue types are inbuilt function inside a HTML, but that is not required for us completely for now. But in case like if you want to exhibit your code inside a browser and check it, then it's required. Okay, so on click in the sense if I want to click this one, what should it invoke? So if I click it, you can see it is calling this one. This is my result 3. So where does that my result 3 come from? So that my result 3 is coming from this particular file which has a function called arithmetic operation. So that's the reason this file is mentioned as a src. So the meaning of src is nothing but your source. So you have a file test.js, it's available here, and inside the file test.js you have the function arithmetic operation. So this name only I'm denoting it here. So how does it refer to? It refers to your file. So if I don't have this one, what will happen? save it, refresh it, press it, you can see an exception is coming. This is what it happens. Okay, so that's why we need to mention your source. And now when I refresh it, it picks it up. This is how it works. Okay, so any doubts here so far till now? Okay, maybe now we can take up some question.
Yeah,
We have 4 minutes.
I'm not getting that output like A plus B value. It is just
Okay.
showing
Hmm.
um, once we run that, right? So it
Yeah,
is
does.
exited with code 0 in some seconds.
Mhm. So the question is like, have you used this type or this type? This is the type 1, type 2.
Uh, no, I've used just that test file or file test.js is there, right? The first one I tried.
Ah, first one you tried. So you install the code runner? Okay,
Yeah, I
so
have
if
the
I
code
must.
run Visual Studio.
And do you have console.log?
Yes.
Okay, so that means I suppose your code should look something like this, if I'm not wrong. Does it look something like this in your Visual Studio Code?
Uh, can I turn on my video and then stop?
Sorry?
that?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Your
I'm,
voice
I'm,
broke.
I'm doing. Can I turn on my video and then show? Maybe I'm missing something.
Okay, so I'll make you a presenter so you can share your screen. So I made you a presenter. Yes.
No, not. I
Uh,
can't share. Um, Shall I connect it from the mobile and then trying it in my office laptop? Is it right?
okay, 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 okay. Yeah, or you can ping the code
Okay.
inside the chat actually, maybe WhatsApp or this meeting chat.
Okay. I'll try that.
Yeah,
Okay. Then.
yeah. Just try to ping it in our chat. Maybe I'll try to run it. I can check the code like what you have run it. Yeah. Okay, so any doubts? I think someone had a Node.js installation, Node problem. So did it solve actually after installing?
It is me. I
Yeah.
installed
Mm-hmm.
and restarted this.
Restarted Visual Studio Code, you mean?
Yes, 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 restarted Visual Studio Code.
Okay.
But the command prompt is not allowing me to, run that command which you just said.
Okay. So in that case, what you need to do? So it is throwing an error in command prompt.
No, it is even though I am typing the command, it is not getting entered. It is just getting stuck.
Mhm. Can you open the command prompt and then just give a try? Close it and reopen it. Sorry. So this is a complete installation of Node actually that I have it. So I'll just forward it in our WhatsApp group. So if you have a Windows or something, right, just go through it. We need to set the path variable as well. So in a Windows, this is how it should.
Yes, now I got the version.
Okay, great. Now try to execute it. Node space the path of the file, complete path of the file, including the file name, like how I did it over here.
Just a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Including the name of the file also, right? Okay.
Yes, name of the file and the extension.
Nope, still the same error.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Yeah, I don't have share access.
Yeah, just.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yes, now I can see. Yes, I see the go to meeting. Okay, so okay, node. Okay, node is not. Okay. Close the Visual Studio and open it, or open a new terminal in the Visual Studio Code. Yeah, because the change needs to reflect. Yeah, new terminal. Yes, there only. Click it. Yeah, not the bash terminal. Like not this one. This is a bash one. Go click on the plus and arrow button again. Command prompt would be the second option. Second option from the top. Yeah. Now just give it a try. Okay. You're running it. Okay, through script. Okay. Through script, you don't. Okay. Okay. Did you close the Visual Studio and reopen it?
Yes, I can do it again and try.
Yeah. Okay. So if that doesn't work, then we need to set the path of it. So it's your personal laptop or office laptop?
Office laptop.
Okay, so can you go to edit environment variable? I think it won't work. Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, edit environment variable.
Yeah, from the
No, path
Windows
is
pages.
defaultly set, right? The path is defaultly set for Node.js in edit environment.
Uh, is it in
Like,
Windows? I don't think so.
yeah,
We need to manually set it, I think.
yeah, you don't need to manually set. It will be automatically set.
Okay. So let's verify it
Just go to
actually.
command prompt and if it is installed, just go to command prompt and check that node version. It will be showing it.
Yeah, that will show it actually, but to other applications to utilize it, so we need to set it up. So this will come by default. So for other
Yeah.
applications to know you're using the right node version, so we need to set it
I
in the
think
path.
I have installed it by automatically it got set in environmental variable for me.
Okay. Then it's fine, I think. Can you try to open edit environment variable from Windows? Let's see. Uh,
Or
not
else
over
she
there.
can do it.
Windows.
So node is
Windows.
not installed.
Oh, it's installed. That's why she gets the
So
version
she
next.
can she can do like that node then that file name .js she can give now
Yeah,
in
she can
command
try
prompt.
that one. Yeah, she can try that one. Yes. Not this one, the file name. Yeah, this one. Node space. space and then the location of your first script.js.
Open command prompt on my
Oh,
laptop.
No. In the same command prompt, just type node space the where you have the path of your file. That's it. Yeah. Yes. And slash name of the file slash type f and then tab out. It will type it. Ah, .js. Yeah. Enter. Yeah. Now you get the result out. But if you want to run it from code runner, then can you go to Windows? Click on Windows icon.
Now I got it.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so this is all we have for today. So tomorrow we'll see about like say what are the variables and stuffs and other things in JavaScript. So yep. Thanks for attending and let's meet up again tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you.